In the world today, every one of us will agree that religion has become a problem. As a Pan-African, I will talk about my continent. 80% of the problem that we have today and we are dealing with today, religion has played a very big role in Africa backwardness, in development and everything, in separation and everything. Religion has played a very big role. Now I will talk about the Christian religion because this is where I was raised. Okay, these two men on my screen, if you have not become a Christian in their era, you missed what is called true Christianity. Or if your parents were not Christian in these two men era, you missed what is called true Christianity. There is difference between true Christianity, a Christian, and a church goer. Everybody who claims to be a Christian today is not a Christian, they are church goers. A true Christian cannot attend the churches of today. You cannot attend it. You cannot comprehend anything that has been done there if you were a Christian in the era of these two men. And what are these men's names? One of them is the person of Apostle Ogbonwa. He was a blind man, a blind clergyman in Benin City, Edo State. He is the founder of Christ Apostolic Church of God Mission. He is a musician. He is a preacher of the truth. And this other one is popularly known by everybody. This is Babalola, the founder of Christ Apostolic Church. Now, I will use a term that every one of us will understand. A lot of you today, you hear your pastors, your apostles, your GO, your papa, and the rest of them, your prophet. They will tell you, I'm going to the mountain. I'm going to this, I'm going to that. When you go to some western states, there are some mountains that they will tell you, this was where Babalola prayed. This is Babalola's mountain. This is where Babalola this. This is where Babalola that. You see these two men. If you were not a Christian or your parents were not Christian in their era, I said it again, you miss what is called true Christianity. Now, these ones that we see today, all these men of God, as you will call them, that we see today, that claim to be sons of these people, they are not sons of these people. They are not the genealogy of these people. In these men's era, these men, they saw what is called African wickedness. They saw what is called African practices. They saw what is called African inhumane. Right? But they were still able to strive because they practice the true Christianity. In this men era, that was the era that you will see a community that have community shrine. That is where people will tell you, if you are truly a Christian, if you are truly this, or people will tell you, don't worry, you will see as a Christian. Now let me tell you something. For you to win a battle, a spiritual battle, it doesn't mean you must go to your church and do like this and do like this. No. There are some state of life that you will be. God and Mother Nature will fight your battle. There are some state of life you will be. Whatever somebody do to you, it cannot work. Why? Because your hands are clean. That is true Christianity. True Christianity does not teach you how to pray like this. True Christianity does not teach you how to live a double lifestyle. True Christianity does not teach you how to lie and still carry Bible. True Christianity does not teach you how to practice a traditional practice inside Christianity. True Christianity does not teach you that. True Christianity does not teach you how to hold somebody's picture and pray with it, how to hold salt and pray with it, how to hold coconut and pray with it, how to hold sand and pray with it, how to hold red oil and pray with it. True Christianity is not there. The reason why everything is being mixed up and people accept it is because this generation of Christians, they don't really know how Christianity originates, what's supposed to be the stand of a Christian, and what are the practices of Christianity. Go and check Babalola history and his practices. There was no time where Babalola holds picture and pray. There was no time where Babalola hold red oil and pray. There was no time where Babalola hold coconut and pray. When you see these practices in our society, the people that do it are African traditional worshippers. This is the reason why when you go to the forest today, you no longer see native doctors in the forest. You no longer see native doctor in the bush. You no longer see shrine in the forest. Why? Because the priests and priestess of these deities, they have taken these deities into their home, and these people have become pastors and evangelists and apostles and prophets and prophetess. They now use this their diabolical power to see vision for you, but have changed the environment to a church. So as an authority, when they preach this thing to you, you accept it because you do not know the history of the religion that you belong. That's the reason why when you see some people today, they tell you that I cannot go to church. It's not because they don't want to worship God, because they don't want to contaminate the knowledge that they already have before. As somebody who understands the Benin language, I will advise you or urge you. I'm not trying to sell this man's music, but just try and get some of his tracks. His name is Apostle S.E. Ogbonwa. Go to YouTube, play some of his songs. Even when you don't understand it, the beats will make you to understand how Christianity is supposed to be like. God said something in the Bible that before you open your mouth and pray, he already knows what you want to say. Christianity is not supposed to be a tedious religion. If you practice truthfulness, honesty, and the fear of God. In those days when we were growing up, you don't need to tell somebody that you are a Christian. It is people that will look at you and say, this person is a Christian. It is people that will look at you and say, this person is a Christian. Those days, as a Christian, something can be happening and somebody will vouch for you on your behalf and say, that person, he's a Christian, he cannot do this thing. Take me anywhere. He cannot do it. But today, even your GOs, can somebody vouch for them on their behalf? All these men of God, as you call them, no one is a man of God. No one is a man of God. No one is a man of God. God does not need you to come and pray and no. The service to God is supposed to be a sacred service, a clean heart and a clean hand. You come and render service to God. Not see, it is because a lot of Christians today are hypocrites. That's the reason why these pastors are using your head to make money. If you know how Christianity is supposed to be, what Christianity is, you wouldn't have struggled. You, as a bad example in your community, in your society, in your environment, you are not supposed to be a Christian. In this men era, if you are a bad example, somebody who always beats his wife, somebody who smokes, somebody who steals, you go to church will reject you and tell you, Oga, in this church we don't need people like you. That's the reason why in society those days, church are not, they are not much. People know they plenty. They don't used to gather crowd. Why? Because they select people that they want. You cannot be a bad example and become a member of a church. Those days, church don't want to be associated with bad figures. You know, see that counselor when thief money and so church they go. No, church will reject you when Christianity was Christianity. What we have today, man, you can't call that Christianity. You can't call it Christianity. You who steal in your office, who is using Bible to steal, your conscience go let you carry Bible. You can't even touch it. You can't even touch that Bible. Being in your house will be like a cane, a thorn in your flesh. Seeing Bible those days, seeing Bible is like a sacred book. But these days, you feel even the knack get pull Bible for pillow. You they commit fornication. You put Bible for the same bed. That's how watered down you people have turned it to. And you call them men of God. See, let me give you one proof that there is nobody who is a man of God in this generation. In this people era, you may not understand, but let me just say this. If they close your papa church during COVID-19, just know say not be man of God. Because if somebody who does not have anointing was locked up because of COVID-19, you that claim to have anointing, you were still locked up, then there is no difference between you and that carnal person. All of us are carnal, not the form anointing for me. If you claim you see past, present, and future, therefore not lock you for COVID-19. All of us were locked down. So that simply shows that no man of God